filming you. Okay. I don't know where David is. You're here.
When you want to stand, let me know.
Okay.
I'll move you.
Filming too.
Okay, hier sind jetzt die beiden Steine für die Schwestern Bermann. Ich werde in Englisch weiterreden, weil eine Menge Verwandte der Familien Bermann angereist sind. I would wish to welcome once again the relatives of the Bermann family, the Bermann sisters, Louise Frank, born Bermann, and Jenny Bermann, who lived here in this house, which they, the family Bermann ran here an inn, and Louise Frank was a tailor. She had a manufacturing. Frauke will tell more about the two women. We who invited to lay down the stones, we were, I don't know how to say, we were yesterday overwhelmed that 15 members from the US, relatives from the family, and five from Israel took that long journey to be with us on this day. And I think this is important, beautiful, in all that grief, a beautiful day for us all to lay down the stones and to talk together, to talk to each other, to meet, to maybe bring back a kind of neighborhood which got lost long ago, so long ago. We will meet at the synagogue. We will meet this afternoon, and we are so glad. We are so glad to have you all here. And I'm very glad that you are all here. You're so welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Frauke will tell us some details about Jenny and Louise.
Well, Louise Frank and Jenny Bermann were the daughters of Michael.
Komm ein bisschen nach vorne, weil unter dem Dach das verloren. So.
Louise Frank and Jenny Bermann were the daughters of Michael Bermann. He was a butcher and an inn owner here in Zell, and his wife was Babette, born Adler. Louise Frank was born in 1878 in Zell, and she was a professional dressmaker. And Louise married Eugen Frank. His name is found on a plaque to the fall of the First World War. I'll show you later in the synagogue. And Louise Frank had a daughter. Her name was Matilda, named Tilly. Tilly was born in 1908, and she's the mother of Hilde and her brother Edgar. Louise Frank had a so-called Manufakturwarengeschäft, which was known for its high quality. There she manufactured clothes for solvent customers. Louise Frank was so successful that she could hire a tailor's assistant. It was quite successful. As of 1933, the business became difficult. We know that in Zell, no longer than 1935, massive pressure was put on the people who bought things at the Jewish shops to enforce the boycott of Jewish businesses. We assume that from 1938, Louise Frank could hardly earn money from her business. The same applies to the restaurant, which she had taken over from her father. We don't know the profession of Jenny Bermann. Probably she first worked at the business of her father and then helped her sister, we assume it. There's a deportation list from 1941 where it's listed that she had no job. Tilly Bermann, the mother of Hilde, did not live any longer in Zell at the 30s. She lived in Bausendorf and married Max Levy. Tilly and Max were able to emigrate with their children, Hilde and Edgar, and just in time to go to America. Well, when the SA began to carry out night marches in Zell, Jenny and Louise heard the boots on the pavement and the loud singing, which must have been frightening for them, of course. Witnesses of this parade can confirm this. I think you met Mrs. Bauer, Karen Bauer. Mm-hmm. She lived on top of this house and she heard the songs and she told us about these songs. After the Kristallnacht, the brother of Jenny and Louise, Bruno, who lived in Frankfurt, was arrested and was taken to the Buchenwald concentration camp internment. And he was only released when he agreed to sell this house in Zell and to leave Germany. And well, he left Germany in 1938 and went first to London and then to the USA. But he died of a heart attack in 1943. Jenny Bermann and Louise Frank remained after the forced sale of the house here in Zell until they were resettled to Cologne in a so-called Jews house in March 1940. They had to go to Cologne then. In the same house, they met her cousin Karl in Cologne. It's the family of Karl. And his wife Katinka. On October 41, the whole family were deported into the ghetto of Lodz from today Poland. Well, the living and working conditions in the ghetto were disastrous. Nearly a quarter of the inhabitants died of starvation, of disease, or the consequences of forced labor. And in May 42, Louise and Jenny were taken to Kulmdorf, Chelmno. We assume that they lost their lives directly until their arrival. And Karl Bermann and his wife, Katinka, did not survive the Lodz ghetto either. After the war, Tilly Levy, the daughter of Louise and mom of Hilde, went several times to Zell and visited us. Weiß nicht, haben wir noch Zeit für das Deutsche? Also die deutsche Version in der Synagoge.
Just put it down. Okay. Beautiful. Nice. Come on. Real quick, can I put it down? It was. No, I turned it off. So. Just put that. I turned it on.
To you all, the sculptor Gunther Demnig, who developed the idea of the Stolpersteine from a project of art to a European-wide memorial to the lost and murdered neighborhood, in fact, what it was. May I introduce Gunther Demnig, and he's going to say some words in German or in English?
Very in German.
Okay, I will do my best to translate.
Ja, ich denke, in so einem Rahmen, es ist überflüssig zu sagen, der Hintergrund dieses Projektes, der Aktion, ist kein Grund zur Freude.
The reason why we are here, he says, is obviously not a reason to be joyful, but
Ich freue mich trotzdem über jeden Stein, der immer wieder dazukommt.
he's kind of glad about every stone which is added to the ones he laid down already.
Und auch, dass ich wirklich angefangen habe, das zu machen. Denn als die Idee geboren war, 93, 94, war es Konzeptkunst, conceptual art. I never thought to realize it because of the numbers of victims. It was then a priest in Cologne who told me, well, Gunther, you will never reach the millions, but you can start small. But now there are more than 52,000 Stolpersteine in Europe, from Tromsø in Norway to Rome. In France, it's Léguillon-sur-Mer, Vendée, at the Atlantic coast. In Russia, it's south from Moscow, Aryol. And well, we will continue. And so I think one of the most important things, the interest of young people. They really want to know how could this happen in the so-called Land der Dichter und Denker. And well, and one reason, when relatives come to the installation from Stolpersteine, and so it's a global project. So the farthest, the longest way coming to Cologne was from Tasmania. That's the longest way. Last year in Oslo, a man came from Honolulu to Oslo for his grandpa. But the story of the family is from Breslau in Schleswig, now Poland. And well, so that's the reason I will continue.
Yeah. This I have
Thank you
nothing
so
to
much.
Thank
add.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay. Gunther just started already with the stones for the family wolf, which is just in the opposite. And take your time, take your time. And at time we will just turn around and say hello to family wolves.